we live? What's good, great people? I am Ezel Moon, and I have a special guest in the building today. Raven Forrester, model, entrepreneur, something else on top of that, is joining me for a frank conversation. I want to give a big shout out to my sponsor for this one, and that is Crown Club. Join the Crown Club by going to KROWNKLUB.com to purchase your drip, your fit, all that good stuff. Hey, what's going on?
I'm good. I'm glad it didn't freeze this time.
Right? Lucky. Even though you're like all the way, are you still in the Virgin Islands right now, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay, all right. So yeah, definitely. That distance. I think that it would like the further away you are, the choppier the internet gets. I don't know if that's how it works or not, but that's how always been like my mindset on it.
Well, I have two disclaimers. So we in the Virgin Islands, we have government ran utilities, and it sucks. So the power could go out at any time, but I have my light here. So in case things just go like black and then like 3 seconds later there's light, is because the power went out. It's a very common occurrence here. I know it sucks. And yesterday someone had cut I guess the internet cable in their backyard, and it shut off internet for the whole island. So I believe it's working now because I'm talking to you without a problem. So I believe it's all fixed now.
Wow.
That we had to deal with. Mm-hmm.
Like so, and that's a regular occurrence out there.
Yeah, the power just goes out. Sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's hours.
Man,
and it's been happening here forever.
Well, people, why do you feel like people still choose to live out there, even knowing that these are occurrences that take place?
It's still a beautiful place. There's still a lot of positives, and I think people would probably just get used to it, or they have a generator. The house that I'm in doesn't have a generator. But yeah, even we've gotten used to it. It's still annoying, but
it's just like, oh, okay, we'll just keep going. That makes sense. Well, I want to talk about you, ma'am. Thank you so much again for joining me. You did an interview with Voyage Houston, and I definitely went through and read through that. Did my Googles, like a certain someone that I know. And so you started modeling when you were 11, and can you describe that, like that first initial gig, and any takeaways you may have had?
Okay, well, I'll start by saying I was discovered walking through a mall. Actually, I think it was West Oaks Mall in Houston back when I was 11. And of course, they asked my mom, hey, your daughter looks like she could be a model. Is she interested? And of course, I'm like, yes, mom, yeah. So back then I had to do like classes and I got signed and everything, but that agency stopped existing when I was like 13. But I did go on auditions and stuff. Mostly it was like in the summer, because of course I had school. And I had to have my sister take me to audition since my mom was working. I cannot even remember what my first job was, like my first job as a child. But as an adult, my first job, it was a fashion show, a part of someone's birthday.
Right.
And it became an annual thing, but I guess I was already 18 at this point in college, and someone asked my mom, said, hey, I know Raven is trained. Can she be in this show? And my mom asked me. I said, sure. So I think it was like, I was like in school the Friday, and then the Saturday was this fashion show. And I met a lot of designers, a lot of Caribbean designers that I'm still friends with to this day. And that kind of jump-started me into modeling as an adult.
Nice. Now you mentioned that you don't remember your job as a kid, but I definitely remember you working at Chuck E. Cheese, yo. Like,
oh yeah, I worked at Chuck E. Cheese, but not like a modeling.
Yeah. Yeah. Life. Oh man, look at how like things transition, right? One day you at Chuck E. Cheese, next thing you know, you at the New York Fashion Week. God dang, like. Have you ever just sat back and thought about that? They called you back 7 times to the New York Fashion Week. Like,
I never really, like how you say, like just sat back and thought of that. I never really have, because it was something I was used to. Like I did my first Fashion Week in 2014, I was still in college. I missed 2 weeks of school and I had to drop classes, and it caused me to spend an extra semester in school to go do my first fashion week. And it was successful, did a lot of shows, met a lot of people, great experience. And then next year I graduated and went right back to New York and did the same thing. And then the next season, and then the next season, and the next season. So it just got something I was used to. It wasn't something that I really sat back and was like, I've really done 7 seasons of New York Fashion Week. I never really thought of it that way.
Well, I mean, so if you've never thought about it that way, then in your thought process now, have you ever like stopped and thought about, okay, well, hey, what qualities have they noticed within me that makes them say, hey, we want you back again?
Yeah, for some of the repeat clients that I work for, I would say I kind of became friends with them. Like if people look on my page, they'll see I work a lot for Danny Wynn Couture. He's the designer I went to Paris with twice. And when I first met him, like 2012, when I was like a baby model, he told me like, oh, like one day I'm gonna go show at Paris Fashion Week. And I was like, okay, let me know. I'm gonna go with you. And it's happened twice. So I guess just having good relationships with, the people that have the power to get me paid. And, I've gotten him paid. I've had people, I have a cousin right now that he's making a wedding dress for her. And he's gotten me booked for jobs. So I think just having a good relationship and having a good reputation, because I never really like show up late or show up like drunk or hungover and stuff like that. I try to keep it very professional. Is it's a job. It's not a hobby for me. It's a job.
Oh, that's real. That's real. So then this isn't like the thing that you want to do with your life. It is what you just consider as work. What is the thing that you want to do then? Like, what is the actual dream for you?
Dream? I would love to continue modeling, especially when this pandemic is done. I want to work for myself. I don't want to be behind a desk. And I want to continue to be able to travel while working, because that's what I've done for the past few years. I got to travel all over the place and get paid.
So then you're kind of working to that, because I mean you're in the entrepreneurial field right now. You have 2 businesses out there in the Virgin Islands, so you're actually actively on that path. How do you make that progress each day to being where like, oh hey, I'm able to fly all over the place now? What connections are you making? What are you doing?
Well, the specific jobs that I would work, like travel and do, they were like event modeling. So like Super Bowl is a good example. A lot of people went to Super Bowl like in Houston and Atlanta, and there's a lot of people saying like, here, have this free sponsored item, or wear black dresses for VIP for the party and stuff like that. I did a ton of that. I did really fun events. I did Comic-Con, BeautyCon in LA, Super Bowl Houston and Atlanta. So that brought me a lot of opportunities to do that. And if anybody's interested in that kind of stuff, I could kind of give them some information on that. But with my path now, I think the pandemic kind of changed. Well, it helped me change my career path. So I'm not so focused on like modeling so much, but now like business. And now I have a contract where I'm helping other business owners with their own businesses, just with the knowledge that I've gained over the past few years. So definitely on a different career path now that I didn't plan on.
Nice. So I feel like that's something that happens to some of the greats, right? Like you find yourself doing one thing, and then next thing you know, bam! Hey, look, guess what? So many other things.
I'm not mad at it.
No, hey, look, especially if it's getting you paid and putting you in the positions where you feel like you're walking in in your you-ness is what I like to call it. You're being the best you in every situation you encounter. But no, I wonder for you. I was looking on your Tumblr. How did you sprain your ankle?
I was wondering where you got that bit of information because I think I've told that to like explain the full story to like one person like outside of like my family. So the last runway job I did was July 2019, before I started like getting like fully focused on opening my businesses.
Right.
It was in British Virgin Islands, so like 2 islands over from where I currently am.
Right.
It was a cool show. There was like some pre-parties and stuff. Everything was real cool. And the day of the show, I walked for I think Kamora Lee Simmons was like the first designer, which was like a huge deal for me. I got to open and close for her, so I wore the first and the last outfit. I got to make sure I use the correct terms because not
Nice.
everybody might not understand. And then the second designer was Zoe Gray. She makes a lot of like formal dresses. A lot of people know her. A lot of prom dresses and stuff like that. And during rehearsal, they didn't want me to wear my own black shoes, so they gave me a pair of other black shoes that they had, and it was about 2 sizes too small for me, which as a model we're used to. I've walked in shoes that's too big for me. I've walked in shoes that had duct tape on the inside. Like it was fine. So I walked and I opened the show. So I was the first one out, very dramatic. And I walk out and I get to the end and I have this strong pose. The photo looks great. I have it on my Instagram page.
Yeah.
And as I turn around, my ankle went from here to like this.
Oh.
It immediately like gave me pain, but I still walked all the way off stage. I was fine. I got backstage and I was pissed. I started taking off the stuff and they're like, no, you still had to go back out there again. I switched to my own shoes. So like for a fashion show, the finale when all the models walk one more time, I was wearing my own shoes for that. And I was like, okay, I'm cool. I could, keep going even though I was in pain. My next designer, I think, was Baby Fat, which I wasn't about to quit this show because Baby Fat to me is like the biggest brand I've ever walked for. So in my pain, I had on like a swimsuit. That's why I never posted a picture. I walked for Baby Fat. Everything was cool. A little further along in the show, one of the designers, I was supposed to wear my own shoes. So I went to the table. I can't find my shoes. To this day, the shoes went missing. Someone else took the shoes. I never came back home with the shoes. So someone else gave me a pair of shoes that were, I think, too big. I'm like, cool, I could do it. Same thing happened. I got to the end of the runway, and when I turned around, my ankle lost its balance. I wanted to jump off of this runway, and it was a long runway too. I wanted to jump off so bad. And by the time I got backstage, I just like fell to the ground in pain. And one of the male models like picked me up, put me in a chair, got me some ice.
Yeah.
And one of the coordinators was like, no, we're taking you to the emergency room. So this story ends by me being in the emergency room in a different country where my insurance is not valid.
Oh no.
But the show, they covered the bill. The bill wasn't that high for emergency room. It was cheaper than, the US. They covered everything, but like I couldn't like participate in the rest of the activities for the production because the next day was like a boat party to like another island, and I was at home with my ankle wrapped up in gauze, taking pain medication. I did experience my first earthquake though. Since I was home and not like at a party, not at the boat party, I was in the house by myself and I experienced my first and only earthquake. So at least that was like something cool from having to miss the fun activity. But
Pam,
that was how I sprained my ankle.
How
was that?
How is an earthquake cool? Tell me how does that correlate? No, not
yeah, I wouldn't have experienced an earthquake if I was with everyone else. If I did not hurt my ankle, I was going to be out of the house and on the boat.
Who wants to experience an earthquake?
It was something interesting to me. I could say I've experienced an earthquake, and it's a part of the same story.
Right. No, man. Just no. Nothing. Just nothing. Just nothing. Nothing at all. So where are you on your path of success? You freaking earthquake warrior.
It was interesting to experience. Okay. My path. I'm still in the growing stage, I believe. I'm also on a tangent of my original path. Well, I can't really say that because we don't get to exactly choose our own paths. You see my friend saying because we don't get earthquakes in Texas.
I know we don't. I know. I just
she has my back.
No, fam, we never I ain't never been through one. I feel like they have them in like North Texas, like the closer you get to Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. But like Nah, not in the H. Boys was not going through no type of earthquake.
Um,
You go through
Anywhere
all.
else, I would freak out.
You go through a hurricane twice before you get a. No, you go through a hurricane 14 times before you get an earthquake in Houston. Shit, you go through a snowstorm before you get an earthquake in Houston. Matter of fact,
Exactly.
you'll go through 2 snowstorms, 14 hurricanes before you get a tornado in Houston. On everything I love. Like I'm like no
See, I
exaggeration.
haven't done a tornado. I don't want to experience a tornado. The earthquake was okay because everything
No,
was safe. I was
I
just
feel
alone. That was the only bad thing.
I feel like if I ever saw a tornado, I would just start crying. Like I just like because I just wouldn't know what to do. Like I just be emotionally overwhelmed. Just be like, fam, I don't know how to deal with this. This ain't normal. Like I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna cry and lay down. Like I don't know what to do. Like I don't know what to do.
I wouldn't know what to do.
Like
Mm-mm.
for real, like, it's a tornado, fam. Like anyway, so you're on a tangent on your path of success. You're, but you're still kind of working the dream. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say off on a tangent because I mean none of us knew this pandemic was coming
Right.
because I opened two businesses right before the pandemic. One of them I got licensed like a week before the quarantine started, and my
Mm.
other business was open for maybe 3 months before everything shut down.
Wow.
So definitely not what anyone expected, but I'm still in a place where I'm happy and I like what I'm doing for work. Um, so yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm still growing.
Do you feel like it's more important to be rich or to be happy?
To be happy, definitely.
Why?
Um, Money is not as important as people make it seem. Um, for example, I've had instances where I had to choose between working and making good money or taking a trip, and I chose to take a trip. Like the second time I went to Paris, I could have been booked in Texas and make the same amount of money. But I was like, no, I'm gonna go ahead to Paris, even though I spent money like Ubers and food and stuff like that.
Right.
But the experience um, made up for it. If I had the option between having a cool experience or making a little bit of money, I'm gonna choose the experience. It's gonna be worth more internally. It's gonna be worth more to me than a dollar amount.
What part of yourself do you feel like that feeds? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there something in you that's like, hey, like, there's like a travel bug that says, hey, I want to go ahead and I want to be able to experience all these different things? Or is there like is there something inside you that isn't fulfilled yet that's like, hey, like, this is why I would choose these experiences versus, you know, like, what is it there internally that makes you say, I would choose this experience versus the money?
Definitely my adventurous side because I usually take a trip every year. Like I think last year was the only year in like the past 10 years that I haven't gone out of the country
Right.
or a new country because usually it's a new country every year.
Mm.
Same with this year. I'm probably not going to go to another country before the end of 2021. But also because we're young
Mm.
and I don't have kids. I'm not married. I could hop on a plane tomorrow if I wanted to. I mean, I have businesses that I got to make sure is, in the right spot. But
Right.
just being young and not having anything to tie me down at the moment, I could hop on a plane and go to Japan if I wanted to. So just knowing that I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna experience as much as I can.
Let me ask you a question. If you were to have an animal that could describe you as a person, what animal would it be?
The first answer to pop in my head was a dolphin. Because dolphins always just seem happy. Like you ever seen like a dolphin look upset or like dolphins just always seem happy and just always like hopping around the water, going where they need to go. They seem like they're probably adventurous. I don't know. That's my answer, a dolphin.
You ain't never seen a dolphin attack? Oh, I got
I
some.
have not.
I got something I got to send you then. I got something for you. Oh yeah, all right, a dolphin it is. Mm-hmm. Dolphin, got it. Yo, I got a question, man. Because this is gonna go off on the tangent.
Oh boy.
Why are we always pranking me? What did I do? Like, I'm so confused. Like, What was the deal?
Oh
Like
my
all I
gosh.
did was live life. Why was I always pranking?
I mean, they weren't like dangerous pranks that we used to do or anything. For you, for the most part, you weren't the only person we used to prank.
Yeah, I noticed.
But I would say we used to do we kept it appropriate for you because there's some pranks, there's some stories I would never tell with the audience. There's stuff I could tell you after
Yeah, after
this,
all
tell you
this
some of the
talk,
pranks
yeah,
that we did.
yeah.
But I don't know. The one that I brought up yesterday, I think I think my friend, she had a brand new phone number. So it's like, since no one knows this phone number, let's just send out some ridiculous text. And it was like a late Saturday night. And probably like, I don't know, like midnight, 1 a.m. or something. And you know, those commercials that come on that time of night.
Yeah, yeah.
And this particular commercial, we must have been like 15 or 16 at the time. And one of the commercials was like, some kind of like erectile dysfunction pill. So she's like, oh, let's text people like their order confirmation. And so you were one of the people that we texted, and you were like, no, 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 no. And every time you responded, we like increased your order. We're like, thank you for your response. We're now sending you a 24-pack. And you're like, stop, opt out. And we're sending you 100-pack. Please, please wait by your mailbox.
Fam, I'm over here like really wondering like when in the hell did I ever order any type of pills like that? I'm legit like, yo, hey yo, look. But that was back when oh my god, we used to have them brick phones. Freaking no,
Like sidekicks and
yeah, man.
radios.
Yo, we saw like, when I really stop and think about our generation, we really saw like the whole transformation of technology as we went by. Because I remember burning CDs and everything like that, and then now like today, kids will literally ask, "What is burning the CD?" Yo, fam,
Mm-hmm.
yo, fam. So a kid asked,
That
"What's
was
a?"
a thing on Twitter a few weeks ago.
Yo, no, like I actually had a student ask, "What's a DVD?" And I was like, "Yo, you know what? Get out of my classroom. just get out. Like you're not welcome here." But no, man. Yeah, y'all were mean. I just want you to know that y'all.
We weren't mean,
But
at
thanks.
least to you.
Y'all kind of mean. Hey, let me ask you a question. Here's another question. All right, how much time before it's like you're not exes, like you just my little friend, like you just like my little homie. You know what I'm saying? Like how much time? How much like appropriate? Like what time is the appropriate time? Is it like 10 years, 20 years, or is it like, what I'm saying, what's the time period? Like, or is it like, does it go by a certain age?
Probably by a certain age. Actually, I don't know if there's an answer for that because I mean we've been friends.
Right. I was about to
Like
say,
we
years.
never had a moment where we just like said, okay, I'm not talking to him no more, or I'm not friends with him no more. Like we've been friends.
Facts.
So I don't even know.
Cool. So I got so it's hard for me to be like, yeah, man, I got an ex that, what I'm saying, it's on this New York Fashion Week. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I got, yeah, she be flying to Paris and doing a thing, you know what I'm saying? Taking photos with the Mo City Don. Huh.
You really been researching.
Yes, I did, bro. What you mean? Because you did me, you always did me like that every single time. I remember when you found my Zanga page. I will never forget that. Fam, I was like, yo, I can't even find this. But nah, man. I feel like it's crazy though, you know what I'm saying, to be able to still keep a friendship like after years and years and years, because it's like everybody's so used to or so good with like, oh, we're gonna end on bad terms. Oh, it has to be bad for it to end and things like that. When really, like, nah, you could just be cool, and that just be that.
Yeah, we really been friends like the whole time. Like even college.
Yep.
Even a few years ago, because the last time I saw you in person was like some years ago.
Yeah.
And I just happened to come across your page and like a post. And you know the name thing that I'm not going to mention. I didn't know that was you.
Yeah, fam.
Someone in my DM, someone's in my DM saying Raven. I'm like, who is this in my DM saying my name? And when I scroll down the page, I was like, oh, and that's literally how. Like, if I scroll to the top of our DMs, it's like, yo, oh my G, like
Yeah,
a whole bunch
literally.
of letters. That's
Hey, yo,
that's how the conversation.
no facts, man. It's because it's just wild to me that you know what I'm saying. Like people can actually like really just like I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy seeing like thinking about like yo who you were walking past in the hallway versus like who you like now. It's kind of crazy. Like I didn't know I was carrying a freaking model to her classes and shit.
People aren't gonna understand the context of this stuff.
No one is, and they don't need to. They don't need
Okay.
to. I was weird, bro. Like I was weird. Oh man, but nah. I'm glad you're doing well though. Sincerely, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I've really just like for all the people that I've ever cared about, I've always been like, yo, man, I just hope that I hope they're doing good. Cause you can't ever stop like praying or wishing the best for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a real thing. Do you keep it with anybody else from high school?
A few people. When I go to Houston, I try to make an effort to see like my closest friends, and I think out of that group, maybe like one person that actually went to high school with us. But I also work with her at Chuck E. Cheese, so it was like school and work. Um, of course, my best friend,
Mm-hmm.
who you know her, I've been friends with her like 15 years or something. I know we got her on this call too.
Is she here?
We would have. No, she probably working or something.
Ma'am, I would like yo. When you see her, tell her I said, yo, what up?
I will.
Hi.
we probably
Like,
gonna both. We probably both gonna send you some text later.
yeah, man. Hey,
We probably just
go back
harass
to.
you.
We're gonna take it back to 2000 and what? 2005, 2006, 2007
Six-ish,
ish. We're
six,
gonna take it back to early
seven-ish.
2000s and get the group text popping. What?
Yep.
Oh snap! Nah, but that it'd be lit. Let me get to the goal of this show though, because I honestly like I really do appreciate this. I really appreciate the time, the memories, like and the knowledge on you. Um, I want to. The goal of this show is philanthropy. You know, garnering support from the onlookers and putting it towards a charity or a nonprofit that you care about. What charity or nonprofit would you like to spotlight today? And you know, why is the cause that it faces so important to you?
Okay, so I am choosing the Collective Collaboration, which is a local organization right here on St. Croix.
Okay.
We don't have a homeless shelter and we don't have a mental health facility. I don't know if that's for the whole territory or just this island, but a lady, I believe her name is Karen, she took the initiative to have a property that fix it up and have um, bring in homeless people to have temporary shelter there, feed them, um, have a mailing address. For some of them, she's finding employment for them. And some of them, she's able to fly back home to their family because a lot of people that I've heard that their families, if they know like they have a mental issue or something, they will buy them a one-way ticket here and they get here and have nowhere to go. So that's one of the things that she's doing. She's able to track down people's family in the States and, get them a ticket and take them to the airport, get them where they need to be with their family or get them the help they need. It's an amazing organization. I think they've only been around maybe like a year. And she's helped so many people. Like anyone who's been to St. Croix and has been to the boardwalk, there used to be like 4 guys there that were homeless. They call them the boardwalk boys. They're not there anymore. Most of them are home with their families in the States or, staying in that house. But it's an amazing organization. So definitely, if you feel in your heart to donate, go ahead and send it to Ezel so he could go ahead and send it over to them and help people that really need help.
Okay, so check this out. I ain't gonna lie to you. Don't send it to me. Go directly to the collective collaboration.
Oh,
Go
okay.
straight to them. Go to their Facebook. Go to the
Yes.
website. But if
Go to
you
the website.
go straight to them, cause yeah, I love directing people straight to them because I mean I know people can trust me with money, but it's just I'd rather you just go straight there.
Mhm.
But I appreciate you though. Yeah,
Avoid any confusion.
yeah, of course. You know, like nah, man, you because there was one time there was somebody that donated, you know, on this show, right? And he gave me the money. And look, let me tell you how stressed I was actually about this because I was like, look, let me make sure I take photos of where your money went.
Mm.
I made sure I made copies, sent it out, everything. But no, yeah, definitely the collective collaboration. That sounds absolutely amazing. I'm kind of just thinking about something like there's no homeless shelter or mental health
Nope.
place on the island. Wow.
Not on this island. I don't know about St. Thomas, but definitely not on this island. And
Wow.
also this organization doesn't get any government aid, so it's strictly donation and volunteer based.
Dang. Yeah, most definitely. So I will gladly be sending this out, tagging them at the bottom of this video, making sure that I tag them on my Facebook page as well, because that is very very important. You know, before we close out, I do have just two more things. First thing is this: um, uh, where, like, what does the future hold for you? You know, in your eyes. Um,
Ooh.
and do you have any like projects or things coming up?
Hmm. The future holds a lot for me. I can't announce a lot of stuff yet because there's certain people that had to know some things first before the public knows. I mean, I could tell you privately, but I can't tell the whole audience.
Got
Business wise, I plan on growing one of them even bigger. Um, like what is it safe for me to say? And I have another business idea that will most likely be open before the end of the year. So I'm going to be on my third business because one was not enough, two was not enough. So I could say that, but just
Go ahead, just add that
a lot.
stress. Just add more stress.
I know, right?
Add it. Nah, but okay. So you got third business coming up. All right, we're definitely gonna be speaking nothing but success over that and over all the ones that you have established right now. Yeah, you deserve it. You deserve peace. You deserve the blessings, everything. And like I said, I'm just speaking nothing but life over you. Uh, we always like to close with wisdom for the next generation. So I wonder, you know, what words of wisdom would you have for anyone that is trying to enter into the world of modeling?
Ooh, for the world of modeling. Okay, I have general wisdom and then modeling wisdom. Specifically modeling,
Mm-hmm.
you have to mentally prepare yourself because modeling, it seems very glamorous, but there's also a lot of rejection.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you have to mentally prepare yourself, make sure you have a thick skin, and I offer free mentorship for modeling. So just contact me. I'll give you as much as advice as I possibly can. And for general wisdom, if you have the opportunity to like live out your dream or to try something that you really want to try, go for it. Because even if you fail, you're still going to learn from that experience. So just go for it.
Most def. Go for it. I did definitely am doing that right now, and
Mhm.
and I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man, for being a part of the nation, for for your time, your energy, and your effort, the laughs. Yeah, you're the cool X. You're cool.
I'll take that title. That's fine.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's like it's ain't too many of them. Actually, no, it's actually only like one. But nah, jokes aside though, definitely gonna be hitting you up after this to chop it up about uh, certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Things that can't be public.
Things that can't be public because one of them stories reminded me about something. Um Now,
There's
why was
quite a
I?
few stories. So
No, it is, because I'm still kind of like confused about why would I be carrying you to class? Like, it does not make sense.
you
Like,
should just pick me up. Like there was one time where I visited your place when it was like 10 years since I seen you, and you literally picked me up, and I said, "Put me down before I kick you." Like you just picked me up.
it was just always, yeah, it was always. I don't know what it was, man. It was like literally always just, oh, when I see her, lift.
Yes, always.
I didn't get kicked though, because I did not want to be. I didn't want to be kicked. I'm sorry. I couldn't. I can't stand that, man. Anyway, besides all that though, I'll chop it up with you later. I'll see you. Oh my gosh, y'all, that was Raven. Forrester, definitely be on the lookout for her upcoming business, other projects she'll be involved in. Yeah, man. The charity for tonight, the collective collaboration, definitely donate to that. It kind of worries me that there is no homeless shelter or mental health space on that island. So yeah, someone needs to change that. I want to give a big shout out again to my sponsor, that is Red Crown. Join the Crown Club by going to KROWNKLUB.com and purchasing your drip, your fit, all that great stuff. If you enjoy what I do, $ Isa Moon, 60% goes to a charity or nonprofit named on the show. 40% goes to making this the best you've ever seen. I'm trying new things. All right, anyway, I'm Isa Moon. I'm not doing it unless it's fun and it helps people. I love you guys. Peace. Purchase my book, Purple Mike Wants a Bike, at Amazon.com. You can find it there. Just type in Purple Mike, type in Isa Moon, and it'll pop up. If you guys want to follow me, no, not even if, go follow me at Isa Moon _ on Twitter and Instagram. I'm Isa Moon, and I'm not doing it unless it's fun and it helps people.